Lincoln Fire and Rescue, and welcome to the 25-1 Recruit Academy Badge Pinning Ceremony. At this time, we'd like our recruits to please file in, and then we'll have everybody stand as we post the colors. If we could all rise for posting of the colors.
Prepare to post the colors. Ready? Post. Breathe. Go. Breathe. Stand. Arms.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Ready. Face. Forward. March.
Thank you, and please be seated. Before we get started, I would just like to acknowledge several folks in our audience and several council members that came, honored guests, friends, family, LFR crew members that are in our presence here today. First and foremost, I would like to recognize Mayor Larian Gaylor-Baird, who unfortunately was unable to attend today due to a scheduling conflict. We are very fortunate enough that she took time out of her schedule to actually record something for the recruit class, and we would like to play that at this time.
For our recruits, for Lincoln Fire and Rescue, and for our entire community. I'm Mary Gaylor-Baird, and though I'm unable to join you in person today, I am honored to be part of this important celebration and really grateful for the opportunity to speak with you. First off, thank you to Chief Engler, our entire team at LFR, and to my colleagues in local government for your commitment to protecting and serving our community. On behalf of our city, congratulations to the 11 newest members of Lincoln Fire and Rescue. To our graduates, thank you. Thank you for your willingness to step forward and serve our city. In every generation, there are people who step forward when others step back. People who hear the call to serve and choose to answer it, not for recognition or reward, but because they feel a sense of duty to something larger than themselves. The recruits we are celebrating today have answered that call. And with courage and conviction, they've chosen to put themselves on the front lines to protect life, property, and the well-being of everyone in our community. The paths that brought them here are as diverse as the neighborhoods that they will serve. But what unites them is their shared commitment to helping others in their greatest times of need. And this includes recruits like Haley Schroer, who discovered her calling at the age of 4. During a family vacation to Disney World, Haley came across a boy who had scraped his knee. She rushed over to help. She had come prepared, armed with her supply of pink princess band-aids. Several recruits bring with them previous firefighting experience. Jacob Corden recently served with Hastings Fire Rescue, while Evan Reed gained experience with Beatrice Fire Rescue. Some of our Matthew Hurley's parents, Jennifer and Robert, are long-serving members of our Lincoln Police Department. And Matthew's sister is a paramedic with LFR. Public safety also runs in the family for Gavin Morrow, the son of LPD Chief Michonne Morrow and Officer Ken Morrow. Gavin's brother joined LFR earlier this year. So to the Hurley and Morrow families, thank you for your extraordinary service to our community. Now, other recruits have taken unique and winding roads to reach this day. Chris Bondus spent 15 years traveling the country as a professional mechanic for bicycle races. Sebastian Willer came to the United States from Germany, was a pilot, and then served as a firefighter in Georgia before joining us here in Lincoln. Many of our recruits have strong Nebraska roots. Maxwell Dills and Bobby Taylor are graduates of Lincoln Southeast High School. Go Knights. Jeremy Wallace grew up in North Omaha, nearly 420 miles from Potter, Nebraska, a town of just 343 people, where recruit Cameron Purcell was raised. Well, while each of you take a different road to get here, what brings you together now is a shared commitment to serve and to stand by one another. Cameron said it well when he shared what excites him most about joining LFR. He said, quote, "I get to become part of a team of people who rely on one another for success." Well, that sense of trust and teamwork is the foundation you stand on today, and it will carry you through the challenges ahead. Keep building. That trust and teamwork is what makes Lincoln Fire and Rescue so exceptional. And when it comes to teamwork, this moment belongs to more than just our graduates. I want to thank the experienced professionals on our LFR team who led months of intensive training in the academy. I also want to thank our recruits' family members for their support. Thank you for sharing your love of the city and allowing them to answer this call to service. And to our graduates, know that we see your commitment. We are deeply grateful. We are proud to welcome you into the ranks of one of the best fire and rescue departments in the nation. Together, you will help make Lincoln the safest and healthiest capital city in America. Congratulations, and welcome to Lincoln Fire and Rescue.
Before we get going, I want to recognize a bunch of different folks that are here in the audience, and I'll have you either stand or wave and be recognized. Okay, now I'm good to go. All right. If I can have Councilmember Tom Beckius and Benny Schob, please stand and be recognized. And, oh, there, you snuck in the back. Oh, here we go. Sandra Washington, thank you so much for coming today. I have the fire chief over here, Chief Dave Engler. I have Assistant Chief of Operations, Mike Smith. I have Assistant Chief of Administration, Kurt Faust. Okay. I have several battalion chiefs in the audience today. Battalion Chief Lloyd Miller. I have two on-duty battalion chiefs, Chief Bopp, who is very in the back listening intently to a call that's coming in. I have Chief Watton standing over here. All along the back of the room, I also have members of Lincoln Fire and Rescue from a couple of different companies that have joined us as well, and I'll explain what some of those did in just a little bit. So I certainly appreciate all of those folks for coming out here today. So family, friends, and probationary firefighters, today is the day that we end our Recruit Academy and we get ready to begin the probationary period. So I'd be remiss if I didn't give a special thanks to LNK for recording this, for all of those that couldn't attend, that they are out there watching. I want to thank Local 644 for giving us the use of this wonderful hall, as we have been for several years. And to start the ceremony, I want to turn the floor over to Fire Chief Dave Engler for a few opening remarks.
Good afternoon. It's an honor to welcome all of you, family, friends, instructors, elected officials, honored guests, and most importantly, our newest graduates, to this badge pinning ceremony. Today marks a defining moment. It's not just the end of the academy, it's the beginning of a life dedicated to service, courage, sacrifice, and integrity. Recruits, you've made it through months of grueling physical challenges, intense mental training, and relentless discipline. You've learned not only the skills and tactics needed to fight fire and save lives, but the values and character required to wear this badge. You're part of an organization that takes our oaths seriously, an organization that provides a high level of performance to our community and beyond. Our highly trained members recently returned from Texas, where they assisted with search, rescue, and recovery missions following the state's devastating flooding. A couple of members of that same team are right now in Fremont, Nebraska, where there was a tragic explosion, and so they're helping there. Last week, our team successfully rescued a man from a trench collapse, an event that is rarely survivable. LFR continually leads the nation with more than double the national average in cardiac arrest saves. These are just a few examples of successful outcomes from our high-performing team that you are now a part of. Last year, LFR responded to 34,831 emergency calls. Not all of them were as dramatic as a cardiac arrest or a trench collapse, but all of them had an impact on someone who was in need. The badge you are receiving tonight is more than just metal. It represents trust. It represents responsibility. It represents every firefighter who came before you and every person in the community who will now look to you in their worst moments, knowing that all they have to do is call 3 numbers and you will be there for them. Our instructors and training staff, you've poured your knowledge, experience, and passion into shaping this next generation. Thank you for your timeless dedication and for preparing them for this incredible career. To the families, thank you. You've supported your recruit with strength, patience, and understanding. The road ahead will still ask sacrifices of you, but please know you are a vital part of our fire family. We couldn't do this without you. Class of 25-1, this is your moment. As you receive your badge today, wear it with pride, humility, and a deep understanding that is earned every single day that you serve. Congratulations, be safe, and be strong, and welcome to Lincoln Fire and Rescue.
Thank you, Chief. So the Chief is right. It takes an entire army to train these folks for the last 18 weeks. And we have a number of those folks standing here today. Some of them couldn't be with us because, again, we did have a response. So we are missing a couple of instructors from that group. It all starts with a leader who is called the officer in charge. And for this recruit academy, it was Captain Josh Hessen. Please stand and be recognized. Over the course of 18 weeks, he has the very simple job of coordinating everything down to the minute for all of the recruits, all of the instructors, all of the outside instructors that come in, and making sure that they pass the test, making sure that evaluations are done. So just a few of the things that he does, which is a very simple task, and we appreciate you for all of your hard work. Now the instructor cadre, we have a few of them in here. Instructor Ashley Busboom, who couldn't be with us due to a scheduling conflict as well. It's one of her daughter's last softball tournaments of the season, and it's a pretty big tournament that they went to, and she felt horrible for not being here, but that's life, and sometimes schedules happen. Another one that we have in the audience is Captain Brian, or Firefighter Brian Watasik. I should say he's not in the audience. He is actually on a response right now. We do have a couple of others that assisted. Instructor Allie Burt, please stand and be recognized. Instructor Burt has the distinct privilege of being the EMS instructor and kind of overseeing a lot of the EMS Academy, which is the 6-week portion of our academy, doing all of the same things and then some that OIC Captain Hessen does. So we appreciate you and all of your hard work. We also have Tom Moody, Please stand and be recognized. Firefighter Moody came off of Engine 1 downtown, a busy rig in and of itself. He came off and volunteered to be in the training division and helped train for 12 solid weeks. So he gets to be the one that's boots on the ground, out with the recruits, pulling the hose lines and ensuring that all of the skills are mastered or at least comprehended by all of the different recruits. We appreciate your time. We also have several outside instructors that assisted on one day or another. I know that Truck 1 in and of itself was down at the training facility on a number of different occasions. So Truck 1, please give a wave and be recognized. One of those individuals that came in a lot of his days off and helped out even some on duty days was firefighter Marcus Benjamin. Please wave. We appreciate your time and your commitment. So that's just a few, and I know there's others. Chief Jamie Pospichel, the chief of EMS, who helps and assists paramedic Allie Burt with a lot of the EMS, and all of the other EMS 1 supervisors and the other instructors from all across the job that came in on their day off, sometimes after long, hard shifts. They themselves would come in being tired, but they knew what the purpose was, and that's to give all of our newest members the training that they so well deserve so they can go out and help them in the field. So we applaud all of those that I didn't name by name up front. So one last one, I'd like to recognize Captain Nick Monier, who is another one of our training division staff. He did step in and help with a couple of occasional instructions now and again, but it takes another individual on the backside to help with a lot of, hey, I need a piece of plywood, or I need these 2x4s cut to go, for the door prop and things like that. So logistically, I appreciate you for stepping in and helping with that. It definitely takes the entire training division to make this go off without a hitch. So you didn't come here to listen to me speak. But what I do want to do is I want to turn it over to Captain Hessen if he has some remarks for the class themselves. Captain Hessen.
Thanks, Chief. Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here today. I'm Captain Josh Hessen. I had the privilege of serving as the officer in charge for Recruit Academy 25-1. Class 25-1, today marks the culmination of a journey that demanded grit, discipline, and sacrifice. Over the past 18 weeks, each of you recruits have been pushed to your physical, mental, and emotional limits. There may have been times when you bent, but there's one thing for certain, you never broke. Every single one of you had the perseverance, motivation to see this thing through to the end. I told many of you early on in this academy that if you trusted your instructors and never gave up, we would make it to this day, and look where we are now. You have endured long days on the training grounds and some longer days in the classroom, putting all the pieces together of what it takes to be successful in this business. Altogether, the Fire Academy consisted of 27 different PowerPoint presentations for a total of 4,036 slides. Yes, I did the math last night. Altogether, the Fire Academy consisted of a total of 5,280 instructional hours for you 11 recruits. And while I do not have the specific numbers for the EMS Academy, I have no doubt those numbers are very similar. So as the recruits and I were talking yesterday, we were trying to estimate how many hose deployments they did during the Fire Academy. And the consensus was we really had no clue. I had numbers from 70 all the way down to 30. So I rounded it off at 40. So all of you did 40 hose deployments. I did some more math. Yes, it hurt my head. At 250 foot each for 11 of you, that comes to 110,000 feet of hose pulled. In miles, that's just shy of 21 miles. At the start of Academy, you asked if you could call yourself the hose draggers, as indicated on your guide on over here. I don't know about you, but I think we did a pretty good job living up to that name. I wouldn't feel right if I didn't give a few thank yous before I wrap this up. To our mayor and city council, thank you for your continued support of Lincoln Fire. To our fire chief and fire administration, thank you for your continued support of the LFR's training division. Lastly, I'd like to thank my instructor cadre. Without a solid cadre, we would not be where we are today. As Chief Major's already said, I'm going to reiterate, 25's cadre consisted of firefighter Ashley Busboom, firefighter paramedic Tom Moody, Firefighter Marcus Benjamin, Firefighter Brian Watasic, FAO Brady Papik, Firefighter Paramedic Allie Burt, and countless other adjunct instructors. In total, we had 1,940 instructor hours just for the 12-week Fire Academy, and many more for the EMS. You all have made my job as the OIC very easy, so thank you for your dedication and commitment to Class 25-1. Class 25-1, I leave you here with a few remarks. As you receive your badges today, just remember this is not the finish line. It is actually the starting line for a long and successful career. We have given you all the tools for your toolbox to be successful. What you do with them is up to you. Stay humble, stay motivated, learn something new every day, and look out for each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain. Well, now is the moment that the class themselves actually get to elect somebody to come up and speak on their behalf. Typically, it's the one individual that went down to the soda machine and everybody else sat in class and voted for them. So I hope your remarks are ready to go. So this year's 25-1 keynote speaker is none other than Wallace. Come on up, sir. Jeremy.
Good afternoon. Let's say it back. There you go, there you go, there you go. All right, I didn't get my speech ready. I'm a little nervous. All right. You ready? Oh, dear God. If you know, you know. That phrase started as a joke, a sigh, a moment of what now, but for us, it became kind of an anthem. It meant chaos was coming, and we were ready for it. Good evening to our chiefs, instructors, our families, friends, and most importantly, to my brothers and our sister, class of 25-1. Max, Haley, Jacob, Sebastian, Chris, Evan, Gavin, Bobby, and Cameron and Matt. Okay? We are the Hessens hose draggers. As you can see, Chief, you want to go hold it up so you can see it? That's our diagram there, okay? All right, good job, Chief. You did a good job. We appreciate it. My name is Jeremy Wallace. I just want to start by saying I'm proud of us. I'm proud of every single one of us, and more than anything, I'm so happy we made it. Because if you know what we went through, you know what it means to make it. This academy pushed us, not just physically, it tested us mentally, our mental toughness, our patience, our commitment, our discipline. It tests our ability to show up when everything in us wants to quit. And still, day after day, we showed up. We stretched holes until our arms gave out. How long? How many miles, Cap? 21. We practiced bailouts again and again. We threw ladders, worked extraction tools, ran fire attack scenarios, learned how to stay calm under pressure, and how to recover when we weren't. We trained like our lives would depend on it, but depend on us someday, because someday it will. We became not just firefighters, but firefighter EMTs. Some of us had to push through EMS Academy while still surviving fire training. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. And along the way, we built something more than skill. We built a bond. The kind that only comes from shared pain, shared sweat, and some caffeine addictions. Yeah. Let me introduce some of the crew. Gavin, the youngest in the class, but he never carried himself like it. Steady, solid, mature beyond his years. He came to work every day like a pro. Besides that one day, when Captain had to remind you that you're just a recruit and you have a long way to go, but every day he continued and thrived to make his family proud. Max, one of the youngest and one of the toughest. We saw him break down for a moment in the confidence box. If you don't know what the confidence box is, It's pretty tough, I'll tell you that. But he never stayed down. He got back up, he finished, and he earned our respect in a way that few did. Just remember, out of 100 times, you'll win none. But if my life or anybody's life in here depend on it, I know out of 100 times you'll save us for sure. And we know you can't swim. We know. Haley, the quiet assassin, calm, quiet, and deliberate. Until it's time to work. Watching her throw that hose line and master the Kitlin, that's a bumper load if you don't know what the Kitlin bumper load is. At that moment, we always remember that. We tried to get you to bend a little, but you stayed strong. Shoot, right? Right. You didn't break. When Taylor Swift went off, when Chief came, it didn't razzle. You kept going. During the academy, you learned what Juneteenth was about. Proud of how far you came, and your career will go far. And remember, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Name that movie. Forrest Gump. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Jacob, Ant-Man, one of the most interesting humans you'll ever meet. Thoughtful, intense, unpredictable in a good way. Jacob brought energy, perspective, and usually at least 2 energy drinks. And Donger, his nickname, I got you. Donger knows queen ants can cost around $80, and he may or may not use the internet to look up some pretty interesting things. Looking back on all the pages, we won't talk about it, all right? All right? All right, Sebastian, Germany to Atlanta. Came in with experience and it showed. He worked with precision, focus, and calm presence that made even the craziest drills feel controlled. With him, I learned that either you're practicing or you're non-practicing. Either way, you own it. Stay true to the grind and never let your career beat you up. Your leadership was felt by each and every one, and Lincoln gained a special guy, and that's going to do special things in this department. Chris Bondo, another one with experience. It was obvious from the start. Even more impressive, he had a baby. Well, you technically didn't have a baby. Your wife had a baby. But you had a baby. And with that being said, man, that's pretty remarkable. And you didn't miss a beat. That's next level dedication. Evan, just a chill guy. The full paramedic. When EMS calls came in, you didn't blink. He ran them like it was already a real thing, smooth, confident, and locked in every time. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Matt, the half medic. Full comedian, kept the vibe alive when we were hanging by a thread. If there was ever a guy who could crush drills and crack jokes all at the same breath, it was Matt. Remember that one time when we were in police academy for 1 minute? But with that being said, I know you always have our backs. Coach Bobby Taylor, brother, quiet, but don't let that fool you. By the end of this thing, he was a force. Grew in confidence, skill, and leadership, and earned his spot in his firehouse family. Somebody make sure you recheck his blood pressure and his heartbeat, his pulse, and make sure he's good, okay? You're good? Okay. Bobby, you have one of the biggest hearts out of the group. It may be a little slow, but you're always fast to take charge and never afraid to ask the tough questions. Cameron, Killer Cam, always up for a challenge. Mr. Murph himself was always in, dependable, focused, and allergic to suspenders. Remember that, Chief? Seriously, the man might have changed the dress policy in one day. But he showed up every day, ran clean drills, and never let the little stuff shake him. Sometimes the things he did were pure magic tricks, and he made it work. And of course, let's give it up for the true power source behind Class 25-1, energy drinks. Monsters, Red Bulls, Bangs, V8 energy drinks, coffee, even a few that came with warning labels that they drink more caffeine than water. And it may not have been healthy, but hey, it got us here. And me, I'm just happy to be here. It's an honor. To my family, to my wife, my kids, my mom, my auntie, my friends back there too. I'm here to try to build a legacy and be a great firefighter for the city of Lincoln. I had my doubts about myself plenty of times, but every day I looked at my why picture and kept putting my best foot forward. To our instructors, thank you. You didn't just train us, you transformed us. You showed us what right looks like and what wrongs feel like and how to fix it. You gave us the hard truth when we needed it, and now we're better for it. To our families, thank you for standing behind us when we were tired, short-tempered, or just plain exhausted. You believed in us when we were barely believing ourselves. We owe you more than what we can say. And to my class, my crew, my brothers, and my sister, we made it. There were moments when we didn't know if we could. There were times where we pushed to the edge and maybe a little past it. But we didn't give up, not once. And that was what makes this moment so powerful. We'll remember this academy for the rest of our lives. The laughter, the struggle, the breakthroughs, the bond. And 4 bags, 4 corners. We remember how we became firefighters together, and when the cause comes in, we'll suit up, roll out, face the unknown, and we'll bring all of that with us. And if things get a little crazy out there, we'll know exactly what to say. Oh, dear God. And then we go to work. Thank you.
Well done. Mic drop? How do I follow that? Well, I'm going to try and follow that. So this next award is something special. From the first time that the Recruit Academy got together and come up with this award, in its true essence, it is what a first responder is supposed to be. It captures a little bit of the firefighter inside and the first responder inside all of us, and that is the Honor Grad Award. Okay, this Honor Grad Award is not given; it is earned, and it's not just your fellow recruits that put you forward and vote for you. It's the instructors. It's everybody that's involved in the Recruit Academy. They all come together in consensus, and they find that one individual that was just a little bit stickier glue than the next guy or the next person. It was the one that always kept them happy. It was the one that was the rock. It was the cornerstone. It was the anchor. And that's why I love this award. And nobody knows what it is except for just a couple of us. And we're going to go ahead and hand us that one. So this year, 25-1, the Honor Grad Award goes to Cameron. How did I know that one was coming? Here you go, sir. Here you go. All right, now the real reasons that we're actually here. It's that time in the ceremony where we will now be presenting all of the badges. So for all of those that will be pinning the individuals that are sitting right here in front of us, if you can please go and stand against the wall over by MJ. We will bring up the chief of the department. Chief Engler, if you could come up, I'll grab the badges. What we'd like to try and do is get through all of them, and then I'll have them all come up and stand in front as one class, and then we'll give them a good round of applause. Okay? All right. All right. First up, firefighter Evan Reef. Bobby Taylor. Sebastian Weiler. Max Stills. Congratulations, Max. All right, Gavin Morrow. Well done, Gavin. Jacob Corgan. Congratulations. Chris Bondis. Cameron Purcell. Congratulations. Haley Schroer. Congratulations. Jeremy Wallace. Matthew Hurley. Congratulations. Recruit class 25-1, please stand. Come forward. Turn. Now, each one of these recruits will now take the swear-in oath that every last one of us took before friends and family, before us, and in front of all of the department members and the citizens of Lincoln.
All right, if you could all please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Nebraska, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the office of firefighter in and for Lincoln, Nebraska, according to law and to the best of my ability. Congratulations.
All right, return to your seats. Stay standing. Turn around and face me. If we could have everybody please rise for the retirement of the colors.
Breathe in. Arms. Forward. Arms. Prepare to retrieve the colors. Retrieve. Left. Face. Left. Face. Forward. March.
(25-1), class is dismissed. Please join us for refreshments and punch in the back of the room. That concludes our ceremony.